Hi there, Brad Dohack here, broker and owner of Gulf Point Properties. So another month, and what I want to do is bring you up to speed with what's going on in the real estate market here in Southwest Florida. And what we like to do in these, we like to compare what's going on in Lee County versus Collier County. I can tell you right now, we are in the heart of our season. Spring training baseball has just begun. The sun is shining. It's still cold up north, and so we're having a good time in real estate here in Southwest Florida. Now let's get to the numbers, and then what I'll do at the end of the video, we'll talk about a question that I hear quite frequently these days from buyers. Where is the best deal? Where do I find the best deal? So we'll talk about that, but first let's get to the numbers real quick. So Lee County, we can see year over year sales. So we're comparing, we have the January statistics, and we're comparing that to January of 2017 to 2018. Our single family home sales were 893 units, properties that closed. That's up 9.3% over 2017. That's a great start to the year for Lee County. Collier County single family homes was down about 5.7%. That's single family home, but what I can tell you is that the condo number was up significantly in the 17 to 19% range up year over year. So the condos are selling more than the single family homes in Collier County. Median price, January over January, it's essentially the same, down 0.2% compared to 2017 for January in Lee County, and up 1.4% for Collier County. Now what I'll tell you, if we look at the year overall, so going back, if we take 2016 versus 2017, the entire year, the area, we were up about 7.1%. So we saw a nice appreciation in the overall market, but this number is just comparing January of 2017 to January of 2018, just so we're all on the same page with that. Time to contract. This is interesting. It's been going up, but here we can see it actually is down by 1 day, by 1.6%. It was 61 days, now it's 60 days, and then 86 days. It's basically the same in Collier County. So that's a really good sign. I've been talking about in the videos, we've been watching that number creep up, and it's good that it's not going up significantly more and causing the properties to stay on the market for longer. New listings, up 14.6%. So there's a lot of new listings on the market in Lee, but there's also more sales on the market in Lee. So the inventory level has stayed about the same, 5.8 months worth of inventory as far as single family homes. And that's what we would consider a very healtly market. Market equilibrium is about 6 months worth of inventory, and we're at 5.8. How does it get much better than that, right? So now we've got, as we go down here, we have new listings down a little bit, down 2% in Collier County, and then the supply is also down. So we've got the supply down, meaning that the month supply, so the amount of inventory that we have on the market is less than it was last year. Last year it was almost 10 months at this time, and so that's getting closer to equilibrium, but that still means that it's over 6 months worth of inventory. That tends to be more of a buyer's market because there's more inventory available in Collier County. So that's the highlights of the statistics. Now let's talk about that. Where can you find, let's say that you're looking for a good deal. We all are, right? Where does it come from? In the past, what we've seen is the best deals come from distressed properties. And distressed, I mean short sales, I mean foreclosures. Those are what we would consider distressed. The bank has either taken it back, or the owner of the property is in default and needs to get out for a short amount of the mortgage. That would be a short sale. So they owe more than what the property is worth. There's not many of them these days, and I'll tell you what I have found. I have found, especially when it comes to foreclosures, that if there are foreclosures, they are not typically as good of a deal as many of the resale properties from individual A to individual B, arm's length transaction. And here's why. Number one, the banks know that the inventory is low. Foreclosures were a buzzword, so people want them. And the other thing too to consider is that a lot of foreclosures especially have not been occupied for a significant period of time. And in Florida, if the power is shut off and a property is not occupied for a significant period of time, you start to run into issues with mold and roof leaks if they're not attended to. That can cause a real issue. So the ideal situation for a buyer to find a great deal is really to work, with an agent to find a property. The best deals that I found are properties that were left in an estate. So mom and dad left the property to the kids. Mom and dad are no longer in the picture. The kids don't care to be down here, and actually it's just costing them money to hold the property, and so they're looking to get out from under it. I've seen some really good deals that have come about through that. And obviously you find good deals from time to time that come up with divorce as well. I mean, that's something that will lead to sale of a property many times as well. So those situations are harder to find. It's not a simple click of a button that says show me everything that somebody's going through a divorce, or it's left in an estate. There's not a button for that, so we have to do a lot of due diligence on the background to be able to find those types of deals. And then the other thing too is we look at days on market. So a lot of times what most buyers are looking for is what's the newest and hottest property that just comes on the market. Typically that's not the most motivated seller because they're feeling good about the prospect of selling in a short period of time for list price. All sellers do. That's a very normal behavior. But as the days on market continue to grow, there may be nothing wrong with the home. It may be a price issue. It may just be that it's taking longer to sell. But typically you can negotiate a better deal as the days on market continue to grow. So that's just some insight on some possible deals that if you are on the market looking to buy, some strategies that you can use to get the best deal in this market. Until next time, hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon. Thanks.